Hello and welcome everyone, Lionheart here, and today I am showcasing some Legions of Steel. Legions of Steel from the Home of Wargamers press event, linked in the description to the main video where you can find all my other videos from the fantastic event that I attended just over 2 weeks ago. So, Legions of Steel is available for iPad and Android, developed by Nix, and is slated for a Q3 2014 release. It has multiplayer as well. Fans of Legion of Steel, a board game designed by Clark Browning, Marco Picotta and Derek Villeneuve, will be happy to know that the French developers from Studio Nix are working on reviving the eternal war between the Empire of the Machines and the factions from the Milky Way. The Slytherin Group and Studio Nix are now combining their efforts to develop a new game under the official Legions of Steel license. This adaptation for iOS and Android devices will feature gameplay that both capture the essence of the original board game and delivers the standards expected by modern gamers. The team behind the project consists of veterans of the games industry sharing a passion for Legions of Steel. They are fully committed to making a vibrant tribute to the series with this digital adaptation. So, Legion of Steel was a board game. I never played it in my life. Maybe I'll look into seeing if I can perhaps play it before the game comes out. But the gameplay we were shown, and you guys will see in a moment from Home of Wargamers, I really liked it, especially for an iPad Android setting. I thought it worked really well. Very interested to see how it continues to develop. So without further ado, please do enjoy the Legions of Steel presentation.
The squad of commandos that is here. So the setting of the game is the sci-fi setting where the galaxy is under the threat of a new faction that is arriving, which is the Machine Empire. And you have an alliance of all the races of the galaxy. In the basic game, the players will be able to play two factions, which are the humans, commandos, and the machines. Hopefully, we want to release new faction in updates. There are 3 alien faction extraterrestrial races. I have 4 troopers, which is the basic unit of the human commandos. This is one of the earliest scenarios in the game, and I have 6 nightmares deployed here. The goal of the game is to bring units at the exit points, and I win if I exit one more unit off map than the opponent in this specific scenario. So since the commandos have 4 guys, I already know that I will need to take down some people and kill stuff on the way. The yellow disc on each unit indicates that this unit hasn't acted yet this turn. When you get to the end of a turn and you have moved most of your units, especially in the bigger scenarios where you have a lot of models on the map, you need this kind of signal to not to forget a unit somewhere in a corner. The red disc indicates that the unit hasn't used his only single fire action this turn. This is not a game where you have a pool of points and you spend them, you spread them between movement and firing. No, this is, you have movement points and then you have 1 fire action. I'll select 1 guy, and I can spend movement points to move forward. What Legions of Steel adds as a nice feature is the movement stances. So basically, I can choose one of the 3 movement stances. If I choose static, of course, I won't move, but I will be more accurate when firing. If I choose running, I will double the movement points at the expense of accuracy. I'll just bring 2 guys in position for the engagement. Just ending my turn, I just press this button here. And I will bring 2 nightmares as well.
Is it just multiplayer, or is it?
And solo play. Yeah, I'm just using the pass and play right now.
Okay.
The guys are coding the AI right now. Most of the Legions of Steel scenarios start with a phase of deployment where you try to take the best line of fire and get you into position for your strategy before the engagement. So I'll get 2 nightmares here. Okay, now I'm in position of firing at something. Actually, I just ran into the room like an idiot. Let's target one nightmare, like this one. This is what we call the fire window, and this really encapsulates what we want to do with this game, which is make a game that is accessible enough for people who like games like Hunters or Space Hulk, without losing the meat of real tactical games. The number 1 here just means that I have only 1 shot. Of course, when I have more advanced weapons, heavy weapons, I can shoot more. The yellow gouge here that is stuff that is filled in the middle just means that I have 50% chances of hitting. If I choose the other one just behind the first target, you will see that I have less chances. It's about 17%. The original game is based on a D6 system. If I choose the door behind, I even have less chances. This is probably 5%, something like that. But there is so the odds of hitting depends on the weapon I'm using and the distance. On top of that, you have all kinds of modifiers. The game can be played perfectly well like this, but wargamers like to understand the system more. So you just press this little arrow on the left side and you have the list of modifiers that is displayed. Gray modifier doesn't apply, red it applies. Movement is just because I ran when I moved into position. If I had been static, if I had stayed static, this would be green, movement one modifier up. If I target the second nightmare, and I open the modifiers list, I can see that I have one more modifier, which is character. It means I'm shooting past a character. In most of these games, usually models block the line of sight. This is not the case here. You can shoot past character, target, let's say, a more dangerous unit behind the first one. I can shoot past my own units. If I target the door, I'm shooting past 2 characters and the door is armored, which is why I have such a low chance of hitting.
And doors are destructible, are they?
Yes.
Yeah.
If they are just opened and not destroyed, I can still close them.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say to delay the guys or create or block line of sight. I'll just fire at him and bring the other commando. Okay, now what you've seen is really the basics of Legion of Steel.